You hear about the traveling salesman on the road, the car breaks down, he goes to the farmhouse, he says, can I stay overnight? My car broke down. Farmer says, sure, you can stay here overnight. We're rather crowded. You'll have to sleep in the same room with my son. So the traveling salesman says, yeah, I must be in the wrong joke.
Thank you so much for stopping by. I just want to take a moment and say thank you for letting me share my collections with you and for making an old man like me happy. Thank you. Most of these are signed, hand-signed with a certificate of authenticity. So those are the Smothers Brothers, right there. Bob Newhart, Peter Falk, Henny Youngman, Cheetah Rivera. That's from Broadway Danny Rose. Lou Canova and Broadway Danny Rose, played by Nick Apolloforte and Lydia Allen. Smothers Brother, the Dick Martin and can't think of his name. I've got his autographed picture. You'll see in a minute. Chuck Barris. I got this one right before he passed away. Broadway Danny Rose again. Sergio Franchi, Perry Como, Gabe Kapler, Sid Caesar, David Brenner. This is the guy that says hello there. Marty Hallen and his partner Steve Rossi, Paul Anka, Bobby Darin, Rip Torn, Luis de La Rosa, Rich Little, Uncle Milton Berle, Al Martino. This is Frankie Randall. This is Frank Sinatra's piano player, Palm Springs guy, but he was one of my bosses at Bally's in Las Vegas. VIP host, people called it. George Goebel, Robert Millay, Jack Carger, more of a Mavis guy, 60s and 70s sitcom guy, Soupy Sale, Tom Jones. I have quite a few of him. Mr. Tony Bennett, Charlie Callis, Rodney Dangerfield. This one is not a live signature, this is a reprint. Foster Brooks, Chiro, Paul Lynde, very hard to come by. He wasn't very sociable, very shy. I'm told a mean drunk. His autographs, I have three of them, not easy to come by. Tony Martin. That's Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet, Mel Torme, Jonathan Linters, from Rowan and Martin, Dan Rowan and Dick Martin. I couldn't think of his name to save my life. Keely Smith, there's Jerry Vale, Pat Paulson, ran for president once. The motto was, I've upped my standards, up yours. Red Buttons. Shecky Green, also a Vegas guy. LaWanda Page. Signed it at Lon Esther. Lon Rickles. Joey Bishop again. That's Nipsey Russell. Dean Martin, a real live signature. I was lucky to get that one. George Burns, Sheriff Lewis, Carol Burnett, Tom Dreesen, a Vegas guy and a Chicago guy, comedian, singer, entertainer. Rodney again, Buddy Hackett, Slappy White. This is Frank Gorshin. Frank Gorshin, the person that sold me this said the reason you don't see very many Frank Gorshin pictures is he was really a nervous, kind of a reclusive guy, and he always had a cigarette in his hand or his mouth or both, and would very rarely drop his cigarette to sign anything. It's Larry Storch, Tony Orlando, Louis Prima, Phyllis Diller. This is Ruth Buzzy playing Gladys Ormsby. You ever watch the Dean Martin Celebrity Roast? You recognize her character. Rose Marie. Rest Don for Shane. There's Don Rickles again next to Joey Bishop. Mel Formé. Bobby Vintner. Sammy Davis Jr. And Vic Damone, Johnny Carson, Jackie Mason, Red Fox, Buddy Rich. This is not a hand signature, this is a reprint. Tony Bennett again, that's a hand signature with a PSA BNA COA. Mr. Engelbert Humperdinck, only Amsterdam. Uncle Milty again. That's Charles Nelson Riley. Elvis Presley. Jack Jones. You probably don't recognize his name or him, but you would know his song, The Love Boat. That's Marty Allen, Hello There. This gentleman, Murray Langston, you probably wouldn't recognize by face, but if you look there, you see that little thing there? Well, that's supposed to be a bag. He was the unknown comic. He'd come out with a bag on his head. Author on the Golden Show. Mr. Don Ho. Andy Williams. Pat Cooper, Vegas Guide more or less. Flip Wilson. Tony Bennett yet again. This one's not signed, but it's Merv Griffin and Burt Raj. This one is signed. This is K-Star. Also signed Joan Rivers. Signed by Mr. Bob Hope. Let's make Apollo Forte in a still lobby card from Broadway Candy Roads. This one isn't signed, but this is Irv Kupcinet, who is a gossip columnist, eating dinner here with Walter Matthau. And this is Freddie Roman. Hard to see the sign part there. Of good old Howard Cosell. So that is the Wall of Star. I had it all taken down for a while because we're getting things ready to move out, and I figure they're safer here and I can still enjoy them a little while longer. Some of this stuff here are my ashtrays from the long since closed casinos. And I have a lot of stuff from the closed and classic casinos. These are all the old ashtrays from the Sands Hotel. It's gone. This is from Shea Paul in Chicago. I guess that's contraband because Havana Club isn't for sale here, only in Cuba. Stardust Hotel, the Landmark, which they tore down when we were living there. And the Riviera, also gone. I keep this up here just for safekeeping, but this is actually a milk bottle that was dug up. It's from McDonald's Dairy in Centralia, PA. And if you've ever heard about Centralia, PA, it's the town where the garbage dump caught on fire, caught a coal seam on fire, and it's been burning now for like 50 some years. And they had to abandon the entire town. I think over here, this is the overflow area. So there's Mike Douglas, Buddy Epson, Norman Crosby, Dr. Joyce Brothers, Dinah Short, Dr. Joyce Brothers. Another Tom Jones. This is Bobby Short. He was a jazz singer from here in Illinois, but a New York guy. Red Button again. Steve Allen, hard to see the signature. I'm a political commentator. Troll Naley. Buddy Greco is not signed. City Hall. It's an invitation to the inauguration for President Trump. This is Leslie Uggams. Was on a lot of the game shows in the 70s and variety shows. Green Anchors. Eddie Hobart, Green Anchors. Barty Miller, Abe Vigoda, and Hal Linden. This is a letter signed and written by Noel Torme. This is The Odd Couple, Jack Klugman and Tony Randi. Guy Warwick, it's not signed. This is a picture. This is a picture written by signed to me by the guy who did all the Beatles stuff. Peter Max. Burt Bacharach. That's a publicity shot with Frankie Randall. Sergio Mendes. Billie Holiday. And Ella Fitzgerald. That's from Harlem Nights. That's signed by both Cheech and Shaw from Up in Smoke. This one's signed by Pee Wee Harmon and the guy up from 225. And this is signed by Kurt Russell. He doesn't sign much. And this is the Snake Plissken in Escape from New York. Burt Reynolds and George Hamilton. I hope you enjoyed the Wall of Stars.
Thank you so much for stopping by. I sure hope to see you again. Here's looking up at you.